Welcome back guys. So the NVIDIA stock has pumped more than 90% in the last 5 months. Is this the time to take profit or should you hold for further gains? Towards the end of the video, I'll present a scorecard where we'll see if holding has more points or taking profit now has more points. So let's start with the weekly chart. So first, quickly we want to identify some key levels starting with $120. You can see support here in August 2020 and then we had support here in March 2021 and recently we saw good support over here in October 2022. Next important level is $140 to $145 and this is important because first of all, if I zoom in and look over here, this purple line here represents the 100 moving average on the weekly chart and you can see that we had a retest of this and a nice bounce from here. So yes, this is one of the reasons. Second one being, look at this support in June 2022, and if I go back further in time, look at this period in 2020 and 2021, lot of resistance here which got converted to a support and we saw all of this bull run. So yes, $140 $145 is an important level. Looking at recent times, we can see $185 $190 being an important area. This was resistance before. Look at this rejection here. You can see all of this rejection happening here. This was previously support, but we can see over here converted to resistance 3 times, finally managed to cross above this, so that is a good sign. This will act as a support now, and we can see $215 being an immediate resistance. This was good support in this area, however it will act as a resistance now, and we can already see, if I zoom in, look at last week's candle, a doji star candle, and we see a rejection from the $215 $220 mark. Even this week we tried to cross this but failed over here. In case we see a pump from this point, then yes, $230 will be one of the next levels given this action available here and a lot of action around this price. But the question is, should you take profit or should you hold? Look at the weekly RSI sitting at 66, so almost overbought region, plus we are at this resistance area, so there is less chance of a further pump. However, the good thing is this long-term channel was there since November 2021. We managed to clearly break out from this retest of the moving average and bounce from here, so we can safely say that the bear trend that was there in NVIDIA is over. Not only this, look at all of this action happening on the weekly. This was an inverse head and shoulder pattern and that is why we are seeing a nice bounce here. If I try to drop the fib levels from the highs to the lows, 0.5 fib level is sitting at $220, again telling us that yes, this range is actually a strong resistance. As you know, 0.5 level is known as the start of the gold zone, so this will act as a strong resistance for now. Also, let us know in the comments what do you think is going to happen. Are we going for a retest of 185 or we are heading towards $230? Also, don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Let's move to the daily chart now. So straight away we can see some very interesting things, starting with the RSI itself went into the 74 mark, highly overbought, currently sitting at 68. However, look at this, price is making a higher, RSI staying roughly flat, giving us some bearish divergence. Not only this, if I zoom in, you can see these 3 wicks into the 220 215 area and we are seeing rejection. Like I mentioned before, we have broken outside this channel, so there is a new pattern that has started to form, which is this channel over here, and you can see the price has broken outside of this channel, so once again telling us quite the chance that there is a retest coming of lower levels, $195 even further down, because you can see lot of moving averages have consolidated here and price likes to test these averages. So yes, 170 165 retest is also possible, which will bring us to the bottom part of this channel also. However, there is a pattern I would like to keep my eye on. If you look at this time since May 2021 and look at this bull flag that formed, finally price broke out and then retest and bounced from here further. So this is exactly what I would be keeping my eye on. Maybe we will form a bull flag in this range of 215 185, try to retest sometimes, and then we finally see a breakout of this moving towards the 250 275 mark. Not only this, we can see that the earnings will be announced on 22nd of Feb, so market is getting quite hopeful on the possibility of nice earnings, and we have seen time and time again that whenever market gets too excited, generally the opposite happens, giving us a retest of 185 or even 170 like I explained before. Now it is time for our scorecard. Positive factors for NVIDIA is that we have clearly broken out of this bear trend and we are in a strong uptrend. We have cleared all 3 moving averages, so price is showing showing nice upward move. On the daily chart, I mentioned there's a possibility of a bull flag forming which might help push the price up. However, on the other side, I mentioned that the weekly RSI is high, so a correction is possible. Also, I talked about the wicks. These candles are showing us, telling us that yes, we are running out of steam for further pump. We also talked about the fib levels, that we are reaching the gold zone, so rejection from this point towards the 185 mark is quite possible. On the daily chart, I talked about this channel that was forming, so a retest of the bottom part of the channel is possible around $170-$180. We are seeing bearish divergence form on the stock, so that is another factor putting pressure on the price. Next, we talked about retest of the moving averages is possible at around $170-$180. So in my personal opinion, I think there are more factors telling us that yes, a retest is possible. So I would keep my eye on 185 and then I will keep an eye on $170. Maybe there's a small wick again towards $218-$220. I would not put my money on this small pump. Rather, I would wait for 180, 170 like I explained. So let us know, what do you think? Where is NVIDIA heading? Should you take profit on $213 or should you hold for higher levels, 250, 275? Also, let us know what other assets you want us to look into. More than happy to do that. And as always, market is extremely volatile. If you're planning to actively trade, please consider using proper risk management. Thank you for watching.